여러분 안녕, Ashley입니다, and I'm back. Sorry I missed last week, but I did end up getting sick. You can probably still kind of hear it. I'm not sick anymore, but for some reason my nasal drip has still been horrible. It could honestly also actually be allergies at this point. But yeah, so if I sound crazy at some point in this video, it's because I got a nasal drip situation. Um, yeah, last week I ended up getting a cold from the kids that I take care of during the week, and I sounded horrible. Like, I've been sicker in my life, but I sounded, you know what I sounded like? I sounded like if Banyongo got punched in the throat. That's what I sounded like, and it was not good. Nobody wanted to listen to that. No, you didn't want to hear it. Trust me. Um, it was bad. But I've been sicker. I used to get the flu every year, and I haven't in a while. Hopefully, I don't ever again because it sucks. But I don't know. Everybody was unusually attentive to me while I was sick last week. My dad got me Theraflu, bringing me soup. It was nice. Mentioned to my sister, she's like, now I'm gonna have to pretend to be sick, so I can get some damn attention. But yeah, I mean that was nice. I didn't like being sick, but having people act like they gave a shit for once, that was nice. Um, anyway, today's reading is Ravi, which should have been last week's reading. Um, but I've gotten a lot of people asking me to do Ravi again, so we're doing Ravi, and it should have been last week because he had a new album come out, which I listened to and I love, and it's kind of different from the last couple of things he put out, which I like. I like when they try different things, new sounds and stuff. Um, anyway, let's get started. Ooh, first card, the White Lady. The White Lady is about visiting a certain place or having a particular event happen or attending an event that will lead to inspiration or a significant change. It might not seem relevant when it happens, but it's like a seed's been planted in your mind, in Ravi's mind, and later on down the road, could be a couple of days, could be a couple of weeks, he might have an idea and be like, oh yeah, I saw this at this place or heard somebody mention this thing and I like that. How can I use that? So he's going to have some sort of realization that might not mean anything to him at the time, but it's going to be something significant down the road that will lead to a change, a positive change, a big change for him in his life, which is nice. That's good. I like that. Oh, okay. Next we have the Woodwoos. This is about leaving behind the known for the unknown. A breath of fresh air. So that could be kind of maybe what this is, something new, something different. Also, unexpected events and circumstances. So if he finds himself at a particular event, it might be one he wouldn't normally attend, you know, or one he might not normally be invited to. Could be that. He finds himself in a new environment. Ooh. Interesting. Normal life overturned also is what this card means. But also a sense of optimism. So change, which we saw with the first card too. New experiences, circumstances. Maybe he's going to a new kind of event or invited to a new, different kind of thing that has an impact on his life and the way he sees things. And it might change the way that he interacts with people or might inspire him to try something new musically. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Will of the Wisp is next. This card is kind of about illusions or false impressions, but also like deluding yourself or wishful thinking. Hmm. Maybe he might be wanting, because the first card was like about like a seed being planted. He might have something else in mind before that seed sprouts. So this could be something he wants to do that maybe isn't going to pan out in the long run. And that's what finally opens him up to that little idea that's been planted in his mind. Well, this didn't work. Ooh, wait, hey, how about I try that? That could be what this is. Something might not work out the way he expects it to, or it could even be somebody that he wants to work with doesn't turn out being what he expected, or the situation doesn't end up being what he expected it to be. Yeah, so something might have to go left in order for things to go right. You know what I mean? Ooh. Next is the Harvest Festival, which is about completion, fruition, recognition, reward, success. So something might have to go wrong, but everything else coming after that is going to be right. Because, sometimes that has to happen, right? Sometimes not everything works out, and sometimes things have to fail in order for you to succeed, right? Because really, failing's not really failing. It's a stepping stone to blah, blah, whatever the stupid saying is, you know what I mean? Things will work out for him in the long run. He just needs to get through something else first. Or let go of, maybe he's got an idea that's not going to pan out and he needs to let go of that in order to access, that thing that's maybe in the back of his mind that he maybe forgot about, or hasn't realized yet. Like that first card, there's something there and he hasn't realized it yet. And it's going to lead to good things. He just needs to let go of something else first. Okay. Jenny Greenteeth is about a necessary but unwilling sacrifice, which could be what that 7 was about. This one, right? Let it go. It's not serving you. It's not going to work out. Move on. It's also about having to give up one thing in order to gain another. So something needs to be let go of. Even though he might not want to let it go. But in the long run, it's going to pay off. It's going to be better for him in the long run if he just moves on. Because a better idea is waiting, right? Last one. It's another one of those ones I can't friggin' say. She is about a choice. About deciding with your heart and not your head. But making sure you consider carefully and making an educated decision. Sometimes it could also mean that a relationship is being tested, whether it's like a friendship or like a business relationship. Maybe he's working with somebody and it's not really panning out. Something needs to be let go of and moved on from in order for him to move forward, to succeed, and become the person he's meant to be. If he does that, things are going to work out really well. There's something in his mind he's not aware of yet, an idea, a concept, something. Or there soon will be. And he's not accessing it because he's focused on something else, and that thing's just not it. It might seem good. That could be like false illusions. It seems good, and he likes the idea of it, but it's probably not going to pan out. And he needs to let it go and move on. Let's see. Get my coffee, which is probably not helping my nasal drip, but whatever. Okay. Ooh. 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands is about victory, triumph, recognition, taking pride in your accomplishments, being the center of attention. Ravi has all those things already. Public praise, awards, success. He has all these things already, and he's going to. I like when this comes up because, yeah, he's got that already. But it also tells me he's going to continue to have that. If he moves away from that stuff, that's not serving him anymore. Yeah. So, yeah, this is great. I love this. I love when this card comes out for anybody because, obviously, it's very positive and quite nice. Everybody wants to be recognized for the effort that they make. Ooh, the next one is the Hermit. The Hermit is all about wisdom. It's about soul searching, solitude, but not like misery bag solitude. It's like taking time for yourself kind of solitude. Also giving and receiving guidance. So either people come to him or he's been asking people, what do you think? So maybe he's aware that this situation is maybe not going to pan out. Maybe he's getting some advice from people, taking time for himself to decide what he wants to do, what the best course of action for him is. Because the Hermit looks within for answers. So he may be, like when he's home at night, sitting down thinking, okay, what do I want to do about this situation? Do I want to keep trying? Do I just let it go? The answer, by the way, according to my cards, is freaking let it go. So that's good. That shows me he might be aware that things aren't panning out and he should weigh his options and decide what he wants to do. Next up, 5 of Coins in reverse. In reverse is good. 5 of Coins right side up kind of sucks. 5 of Coins in reverse is pretty good. It's about luck, triumph, because they're coins. It's an improvement finance, which is nice. But it also says it's a good time to try new things and focus on what you want. Because you're coming into your time of triumph. You're moving towards a time of success and all good things. So, yeah, he's definitely maybe trying something new. Could even be like this album, which I don't know about you guys, but I feel like it was like a different sound from the previous one, right? He obviously was trying something new, so maybe Ravi, I think, as an artist, is just very creative and innovative, and I think you kind of always expect something new from Ravi. Like, I'm never surprised when I get a new vibe from Ravi. So yeah, triumphant luck and success. If he tries new things, now is the time. Which we kind of even saw that in pile 1 too, didn't we? Ooh, next one. 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands is about having more than one option. We saw maybe having some options in the first pile. But this is also about decisions, and we saw that too. Making choices, making educated choices. Yeah, 2 of Wands, success in creative ventures, which he's obviously already managed to do, and from what I've seen is going to continue to do. But it also could involve partnerships. Maybe something's not working out for him, as we saw, and he moves on to something else, which could be involving somebody else. Like he does a lot of collabs, so it could be something like that, or just somebody else to work with that'll end up paying off really in the long run. Because the 2 of Wands is about like having the world in your hand, and figuring out what to do with it. Like, he's got the world in front of him. He just needs to figure out what he's going to do with it. And I think he'll make a good choice. I mean, he's got a history of making good choices, clearly. So maybe I think he's aware something's not panning out, and he's trying to decide what to do, and he'll end up making a pretty good decision. Ooh. Next we have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is about letting go, about sacrificing, reflecting, maybe a little uncertainty, seeing things from a new perspective. which could even be that what we saw this first card, you know, something unexpected happens and you see things a new way. But it's kind of also about like playing the waiting game. Like not everything's going to happen right away. And if one thing's not working out and he needs to move on to something else and he's trying to decide what direction to go or what exactly to do, he might feel like he's kind of stuck in this limbo space, and nobody likes that. But sometimes that's just what needs to be. And sometimes when he comes out, sometimes it requires letting things go, cutting things out that no longer serve you, whether it's situations or people or things, you know, like any projects he's working on that seem to be going sideways. Even if you'd rather hold on to them, it might be time to move on. So he's got something he needs to let go of because it might be holding him back a little bit. And when you get these two together, the two and the Hanged Man, the Two of Wands and the Hanged Man, it definitely recommends or suggests that a pause is coming or a waiting period is coming. It could mean that the ball's in somebody else's court and he's waiting for them to make a decision so he can finally make a decision. And they're maybe dragging their ass and he has to just wait them out at this point. So that could be it too. Maybe something needs to be cut out, but he's got to wait and see what somebody else is doing first before he makes a final decision. Last card is the King of Wands. King of Wands is a very protective card. It's a innovative card, an inspiring card. But he's also like magnetic and has intense energy. I feel like this could represent Ravi. I feel like those are traits that Ravi seems to have. I mean, I don't know him personally, but from what I see, that makes me think of Ravi. But the King of Wands is about embracing your personal power to help you find the answers. So kind of like the Hermit, where it tells you to look within to help you find answers. The King's kind of like that too. Be confident in who you are and your choices that you've made in life, and trust that you're going to make the right choice again, kind of situation. Let's see. Let's see what the last pile is. Oh, yeah. Ooh! Okay. Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is about happiness. It's also like a family card, like a reunion card. And that could be family however you describe it, whether it's your biological family or like your friends that you consider family. But really, it's about happiness and emotional fulfillment, being content with your life, happy with your life and where things are. But also, I think very applicable to the way things have been for the last year. It's a card that's about reuniting with family and friends if you've been separated from them for a long time, which a lot of us have. So maybe he'll have an opportunity to see people he hasn't been able to see in a long time. Ooh, and that could be maybe the Hermit card. If he ends up being able to see, you know, his sister or his mom or whoever, or a friend he hasn't seen in a long time, maybe that'll be the person that he asks about the situation. Be like, hey, what do you think of this? You know, from like that Hermit card that we had last pile. I like that. That's nice. There's happiness coming for Ravi. Maybe he gets to like have some time for himself and see some people and not work all the time. Because I feel like he's the kind of person that probably works all the time. What do we got next? Ace of Swords. That's a sword, right? Yes, it is. Ace of Swords is about clarity, sound decision making. opportunities or having a breakthrough. Kind of like the first card from pile 1. This one. The White Lady card. I lost my train of thought. Damn it. Yeah, so he might have like a realization, right? Or a breakthrough moment where like, oh, that's what I should do. But the Ace of Swords is all about like communication and like mental stuff. So approaching this situation intellectually, making sure you communicate with people is probably a good idea. But it also tells you to go after what you want and make sure you're keeping your eye on the prize and not getting distracted by, pretty shiny shit off to the side that seems like it's a good idea, but in the long run it's probably not. There might be some obstacles, but he has all of the skills and resources necessary to avoid them. He just needs to trust his instincts because that part of himself already knows what choice to make. So consciously, he might be worrying or trying to make a decision or waiting for somebody else to make a decision, but subconsciously, he already knows what choice he needs to make, Next is the High Priestess. This is another one that's about your instincts or your intuition, the unconscious side of yourself, and just trusting that part of you. And listening to it, like trusting your gut kind of thing. Every time you go against your gut, it usually never ends well. So he needs to like go with his first instinct choice because it's probably the best one. But also kind of make sure that you have all of the information necessary because that's going to help your instincts know. Because you can read all the information and be like, okay, these are both great, but one of them will be better. And your instincts will know that better than your conscious mind. Does that make sense? Probably not. Half of what I say probably doesn't make sense. I don't even know what I say half the time. The Chariot. Okay. The Chariot's about willpower, determination, control, direction, success. Always love the success cards. And action. It's a sign of encouragement. It's about overcoming obstacles. So any obstacles that he's facing, maybe with that Ace of Swords, which even though the Ace of Swords says you have everything you need to overcome it, he will actually like be applying that to achieve his goal, right? To move towards his goal. He's motivated. He's ambitious. He's in control of his life and the way things are going. But yeah, the Chariot says triumph is waiting and you are fully in control of making it happen. So as long as he makes the right choices, which it seems like he will be, because he has in the past, he will be successful. He will continue to be successful. Ooh, next one. Death. Death is another one that's about the end of a cycle or transitions, getting rid of excess, getting rid of things that don't serve you, necessary change, the ending of a chapter and the beginning of another, putting the past behind you. So there's something he needs to let go of. Something's holding him back still, that he needs to get rid of. He needs to cut out unnecessary things. Because in order for him to move on to the next phase of his life, that's what needs to happen. There is no new beginning without the end of something else. So in order for him to level up as a person, he needs to cut out something from the past. I don't know what that is, but there's something he needs to let go. And maybe there's like a passion project of his that he's like, no, I need to make this happen, and it's not working out or something. But there's something he needs to let go of. Last card. King of Coins. King of Coins is about enterprising, which Ravi, I think, is definitely doing, seeing as he started his own music label. It's also about abundance and stability and security, which is great. And I love this last card because we're ending this with him being stable and secure. It's kind of like a Midas card. Everything he touches turns to gold. Very capable, have a lot. The King of Coins is somebody who has a lot of just natural ability, and I think Ravi's a very accomplished person, a very capable person. Yeah, when you get this card, it indicates positive outcome, like the most highest level of positive outcome, which is great. Because he's all about success and abundance and positivity and stability on all, in all areas of your life. So Ravi is definitely high key succeeding here, and that is amazing. Love it. Love seeing it. As long as he lets go of whatever's holding him back, things are going to work out fantastic. And I feel like maybe he's already starting to realize that there's something he needs to let go of. Let's see. His Oracle card is Watery. Watery is about really it's really like a workplace kind of card. It's about cooperation, being able to work well with others, which we kind of saw. But really it speaks about like him as a person, especially when it comes to workplace situations. Because this card is about like everybody trusts you. You're very understanding, and able to supervise without any issues or any trouble or anything, and it's very helpful in the workplace, so people enjoy working with him. And I think those are good traits to have if you own a company the way Ravi does. So people probably enjoy working with him. Maybe that's why he gets a lot of opportunities, which could also lead to maybe a lot of things not working out so well. Maybe he needs to be a little less understanding. You know? Because sometimes when you're too understanding, people will be like, oh, well, it'll be fine. They'll understand. And they'll go do something else, and then it's like, dude, what are you doing? You know? Because maybe it's because of this that he's having a hard time letting go of something. Could be. He's very understanding. People trust him. People are comfortable around him. And maybe he has a hard time letting things go because that's the kind of person he is. Anyway, that is it for Ravi's reading. If you like this, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified the next time I post a video, which is usually 11 a.m. Eastern time, unless I get sick. Yeah, if you want, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. My name's in the description box down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.